It has taken more than 500 years to get from the drawing board to the showroom, but today the first working model of the car, conceived by Leonardo da Vinci, is to go on display at an exhibition in Florence. 8 months' work by computer designer, engineer and joiners has proven something that had been doubted for centuries. The machine, sketched by history's most versatile genius in or around 1478, moves. It was or is the world's first self-propelled vehicle, said Paolo Galluzzi, director of the Institute and Museum of History of Science in Florence, who oversaw the project. Perhaps sensibly, humanity waited for the invention of steam power and then the international combustion engine. Leonardo'scar, 1.68 meters long and 1.49 meters wide, 5 feet 6 inches by 4 feet 11 inches, runs on a clockwork. The springs are wound up by rotating the wheels in the opposite direction to the one in which it is meant to go. It is a very powerful machine, Professor Galluzzi said, so powerful that although they have made a full-scale production model, they have not dared test it. It could run into something and do serious damage, he said. The vehicle demonstrates in Florence yesterday was a 1/3 scale replica. Several attempts were made in the last century to construct the vehicle. None worked. A misunderstanding vitiated them that Leonardo powered his vehicle with 2 big leaf springs, sharp like the arms of a crossbow, shown in the sketch on a folio 812R of the Atlantic Codex, one of the greatest collections of his studies and sketches. In 1975, Carlo Pedretti, director of the Armand Hammer Center for Leonardo Studies in Los Angeles, published a paper showing early 15th century copies in the Uffizi archives of some early Da Vinci sketches. 2 of the drawings represented a view from the above of the spring mechanism of the well-known self-propelled vehicle in the Atlantic Codex, he wrote. Studying the copies from Pedretti realized that the springs were not meant to drive the car but not to regulate a drive mechanism located elsewhere. In 1996, his intuition was reported in a book by the American robotics expert Mark Grosheim. The theory that the car's engine was seated in a couple of drum-like casings on the underside resolved many of the enigma in Leonardo's designs, but until Prof. Galluzzi and his team got to work. Their first step was to create a digital model by computer-aided design that took 4 months. Professor Galluzzi told The Guardian, "But we have a machine which we knew ought to work in the end." To test Leonardo's genius to the limit, it was decided to try to realize his vision, materials available to the artisans of his time. That meant mainly wood.